We're going to go to line 10 now and speak to Rob Henderson, who is the Vice President of Newfoundland Hydro. Good day, sir.
Good day.
Well, I guess we're talking about Mr. Dumaresque's statements today. Is that what you want to respond to?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
We wanted to call to clarify some statements there that we feel are incorrect.
Okay.
In particular, this is related to the fuel oil specification for the Holyrood thermal plant.
All right.
With the Holyrood thermal plant, we burn number 6 fuel oil. It's a 0.7% sulfur fuel, and that fuel we've been burning now since 2009, and we haven't had any problems with it with respect to causing outages on units. We've had issues recently, and that was in 2013, related to the content of some metals that are in the fuel. That's aluminum and silicon, and they caused some operational issues which caused us to incur additional costs. But they did not cause any problems which would have related to any of the outages that we experienced in January 2013 or the outages that we experienced in January 2014.
So those developments were not a result of that content in that oil?
No, we did a thorough investigation of the problem that we had with Holyrood in 2013. We used a root cause analysis investigation, and the problem with the generator on Unit 1 in Holyrood was related to the lubricating oil system that had failed to maintain lubricating oil pressure when the unit was forced off for problems related to a winter blizzard in January 2013. And It was nothing related to the fuel quality.
Well, he does say, I'm just reading from his release now, he says that while I cannot conclude that this dirty fuel directly caused all the problems at Holyrood, it's clear that major problems were created. And he's suggesting that this oil should have been tested and could have been tested before it left its shipping point. And I don't know what the alternatives would have been at that particular time, but he says that this oil should perhaps not have been purchased and burned, and the continuing shipments perhaps should not have been accepted as well.
Well, what we do is we have a specification for the oil, and the supplier met our specification for the oil. But we also monitor some other byproducts in the oil, and we do monitor the aluminum and silicon. And
but is there not a maximum allowable content of aluminum and silicon?
In our specification, we don't have a maximum content of aluminum and silicon. We're not aware of any standard specification for that for the type of oil burning facility we have at Holyrood, which uses oil through burners.
Well, I don't understand then. This says that the analysis of the first shipment was 30 parts per million, twice the limit. So presumably there's a limit if he's getting these numbers from somewhere.
We're not aware of any limit that's required for the content of number 6 fuel oil for burning in a thermal plant. So for our specification, we don't require. But now, after we experienced the problems in 2013, that we had some problems with that we thought were related to the fuel quality, and we examined the content of the fuel in terms of these products, and we're able to correlate the damage that we were experiencing with that aluminum and silicon. And as a result of that, we spoke to our fuel oil supplier, and they have been working with us very closely to ensure that the content is kept lower, and they've been able to meet our requirements there. And since that time, we've had no further issues with respect to the quality of the oil. So our relationship with the supplier has worked well, and we now, as I said, we're not experiencing any further difficulties with respect to our maintenance costs.
Do you have any idea what the extra costs related to that content in the oil might be?
No. As I said, there isn't a specification that would be used that you could go to to be able to identify that specific.
You said
cost.
there were extra costs, right, because of the content of the silicon and the aluminum?
We experienced extra costs because the aluminum and silicon did some damage to some of the burner tips in the burner for the furnace in the thermal plant, as well as some of the other equipment within the plant. So that cost us last year, along with some other related quality issues, cost us about $1 million, just over $1 million to repair. And so that's the level of expense that we incurred in 2013. But
is that recoverable from the supplier, or is that just a non-factor that you're swallowing? And
that's a cost that we went to the Public Utilities Board because it was an extraordinary repair to seek some recovery of those costs. And but as a result of the review of the Public Utilities Board, they felt that these costs were not significant to warrant the recovery that we requested, and therefore we've accepted those costs for 2013.
Okay, so all of this,
those in the future now, because the supplier has been working with us to keep those the content down to a lower level.
So all of this hullabaloo that Mr. Dumaresque caused today is no more than a red herring, in your opinion? What
I want to confirm is that none of the issues that have occurred on the power system with respect to the interruptions that we experienced are related to the quality of fuel.
All right, sir. I appreciate your time. We got to run. Our time is up. I thank you for this, and perhaps we can talk again at a future date.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Rob Henderson there, Vice President, Newfoundland Labrador Hydro.